Do you have any tips for juggling work alongside trying to be a serious musician? This is one of the tough juggling acts of being a musician, unfortunately. I've had to do it exactly the same thing when I was in bands previously. And with the fact that artists just aren't making as much money as they were a decade ago, bands are working for longer alongside their music. Even when they're getting some success, they're still having to work. I guess my advice would probably be that organization and motivation really is key when it comes to part-time working or full-time working and being a musician as well. As long as you can find time to practice and to write new music, that's the main thing when it comes to being a musician. That's what sets you apart from everyone else. I guess from there, I recommend writing a to-do list of the things that you need to get done in the coming weeks or in the coming days. A lot of it you'll find is probably going to be sending out emails to blogs and websites for reviews and to promoters and venues for potential gigs. If you can get organised, write down the date that you sent the email and when to chase them up, which generally say 10 days later, it'll help you get more replies and just be focused with what you need to do basically. In terms of gigs, well, I guess it helps if you're in a flexible job where you can get an afternoon off or start earlier and leave earlier to make the show. That's ideal, really. I remember plenty of times driving back from, say, Southampton back to Norwich when I was in a band called Fiorentina. We played the show, I think we left at probably, say, 11 or 11:30 at night, got back to Norwich at about 3 a.m, and then you have to unload, and then when you sleep it's about 4 a.m. and then up for work at 7 a.m. And it is tiring, but performing live is what you strive for and what you live for as a band or artist, and you've just got to find a way of making it work as best you can, really. So in short, I would say use your time as wisely as you can when you're not working. Be organised, write to-do lists, try and plan ahead as best you can. But make sure you do give yourself enough time outside of music and outside of work, because that's also important. So I hope that helps somewhat.